What's your role in Dungeons and Dragons?
I'm the DM.
You're the Dungeon Master. You're what?
The Dungeon Master.
And what's your job?
I master the dungeon. Why are you so ridiculous? What up, bud? Nice. Look very dwarvish.
And I thought people did not like my, look at him, he looks so cute.
Name in Dungeons and Dragons?
Gascon Jamathius.
And what's your race?
I am a human.
And what's your class?
I am a fighter. Gascon, my personality traits, Lord Gascon.
Don't forget that, Lord.
So good.
My flattery makes those I talk to feel wonderful and important. Also, I don't like to get dirty, and I won't be caught dead in unsuitable accommodations.
You might should be
I
in
guess
the
I should
movie,
be.
right?
I guess I'm gonna be in the wagon.
Yeah, make Annalise walk. Yeah,
Okay.
probably wouldn't want to walk.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Responsibility, it's the duty of a noble to protect the common people, not to bully them. So that's why I thought I had to walk. But I guess I probably should be in
In the wagon.
my great axe is a family heirloom, and it's by far my most precious possession. I have a hard time resisting the allure of wealth and gold, and wealth can help me restore my legacy.
Have a wagon full of provisions, and it's loaded, stocked to full. It's got all kinds of crap in it. And it's being pulled by 2 oxen. So what I need to know right now is where everybody's at and how y'all are with this wagon. 2 people can sit in the front. One of y'all needs to drive the wagon. The front can hold 2 people, and that's it. The rest of you have to be walking beside. See what's in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't. I mean, nothing's like nailed down. It's all pretty obvious and well labeled.
Is it like food and
There's-
weapons or?
I'll tell you. There's about a dozen sacks of flour. There's several casks of salted pork. There's 2 kegs of what's labeled and looks like dwarven strong ale. Shovels, picks, and crowbars. There's about a dozen each of each of those tools. And 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil, which has about, well, you can tell, maybe about 50 flasks worth of oil in there. So what you're assuming is whatever Gundren's found, it's deep and it's dark. And there's going to be some, what dwarves do best, some mining involved.
What's your name in Dungeons and Dragons?
Crescenda Wolfsbane.
And what's your race?
Wood elf.
And what's your class?
Druid.
Thank you.
Okay.
So my personality traits are I'm at peace with myself and nature. Nature are very important to me. I am a free thinker, and nothing is more important to me than my family. And my family consists of the squirrels, the wolves, the rabbits of the forest, because when I was a baby, the doggone orcs came along to our village and killed my family, and they just left me for dead because they figured there was no sense in killing a baby, right? But they didn't know that the forest would come and save me and raise me. And then when I was a teenager, the elves saw me and realized I was of the elf and started teaching me language and the ways of the elves and stuff. But I still always connect with the forest and the animals because they're my true family, because they're who raised me and saved me. Now I do have a flaw. After getting into the world, as I got older, the elves took me in, I started learning about the delights of the world, and I love tequila. Tequila is my flaw.
Okay, so y'all been on the Triboar Trail for about half a day now. As you come around the bend, you all spot 2 dead horses. They're sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment, of dense thicket on either side.
But I wonder who did it.
We're gonna find out.
Okay, so with y'all's investigation as well, you'll notice the saddlebag's been looted, and nearby there lies an empty leather map case. I need everybody to roll me initiative.
What's your name in Dungeons and Dragons?
Agora,
And what's your race?
human,
And what's your class?
a bard. I'm Agora. I'm a human bard. My background is a charlatan. So my parents died when I was very young, and I kind of grew up on the streets. I come from a noble background, but I don't have a claim to it right now. But my goal is to one day reclaim my family's
Well, I
fortune.
don't have a goal.
So I grew up on the streets, and I had to kind of hustle to get anything I could, and I learned to scam people, and I'm a born gambler who can't resist taking a risk, and sarcasm and insults are my weapons of choice. And my flaw is I'm convinced that no one could ever fool me the way I fool others.
Ooh, that's okay. What's happening now is y'all are being ambushed. There were 4 goblins waiting in the bushes. They've been using they've been using this little area as a choke point and a trap point to sabotage, as you can tell, your business partner.
You mean when you looked in the
Thor
woods, you didn't
Oak
see
Shield.
these guys?
You had one job. Sorry. Why didn't you find them? Okay, what do we do now?
So what's going to happen is we're now in combat. So when you
What's your name in Dungeons and Dragons?
My name is Leah. I'm an elephant and a druid.
And a druid? Okay, thank you.
It's because of the darn orcs.
Elise, you got anything?
What's your
This
name?
is Leah. She's a druid elf like you.
I'm a druid wood elf. What kind of elf are you?
She's just a regular elf.
Okay.
She's willing to listen to every side of an argument before she makes any judgments.
Oh, cool.
Her ideal is beauty.
Be true.
She's always looking for beauty in everything
Ah.
and going with the most beautiful option. Her bond, she's been searching her whole life for the answer to a question. And she's a sage too, and
Oh,
she
okay.
can't keep a secret to save her life.
Nice.
So that could be
Close. These 2 goblins are staying back. This one's going to fire over at Chris, and this one's going to fire at Lord Gascon.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do here is
Yes.
forget where to place this.
Me and my love of animals gets me in trouble every time.
I'm
Did I say it's firing yet?
I'm good. I got
My name is Ephraim. My Dungeons and Dragons character is an Elfendor fighter named Thorn Frostweir. My weapon of choice is a massive warhammer that I'm very skilled with.
Alright, so Goblin 3 over here sees the death of his buddy, so he's all ganging up on the other one. He's going to use his action to disengage, and he's getting the hell out of there.
Oh, yeah.
So his action is going to be disengaging, so what he's doing right now is kind of stowing his bow and stuff like that. He's turning away from y'all, he's about to move.
Tommy, you want some ice cream?
Yes, please.
What kind do you want? Chocolate or vanilla? Or both?
A little bit of both.
Thank